In this video, I'm going to show you how to turn a transcript into a LinkedIn article. So let's see, I'm going to go ahead and grab one. I'm just going to go ahead and do this one, I think. So this is how to create course and membership content using ChatGPT. This is 8 minutes long. I'm using Descript. Descript is what I upload my videos in, or what my VA uploads my videos into. And then we take out filler words. We add audio effects like studio sound so that it sounds better. And here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and publish. And then I'm going to click, and you can do this however you want. But for me, this is, sorry, I'm going to click export. And then I'm going to click transcript and export that. I really like this particular one because of the studio sound mostly. It sounds way better. And for me, just because of having a kiddo at home and the dogs at home and stuff like that, it just is nice to know that it's going to sound better and that things can interrupt me and it can still sound good. All right, transcript is done. So I'm going to open that. And it's going to take just a second. All right, next I'm going to copy this. Now, this is probably not something I would actually turn into. That's funny, it says GBT. I think I don't say my P's enunciated enough. This isn't something I would normally turn into a linked article only because this is in ChatGPT, or sorry, in AI Copy Club. But I am still working on creating some new content for YouTube and stuff like that. Or I would just show you a transcript of a YouTube video I made. Okay, so what I'm going to do is copy and paste the transcript, and I may need to put it in 2 parts because it's 8 minutes long, but let's see. All right, so I said I want you to use the transcript below to create a LinkedIn article. Please write it so it's the highest probability of being, I shouldn't say, of being clicked on and shared on LinkedIn while still using my content. So my content is below, my transcripts are below. One piece of advice / warning, I guess, is I would not recommend taking someone else's transcript and putting it in here. I know everyone that's in AI Copy Club is freaking awesome and you wouldn't do this, but I feel like I need to say that just so that it's super, super clear. I'm not advocating for you taking somebody else's transcript and turning it into a LinkedIn article, only for you taking your own and turning it into a LinkedIn article. And the reason I like doing this with your transcripts is because then it is your content, your ideas, your thoughts, not ChatGPT's thoughts, ideas, etc., from what it's been trained on. Now, if you're wanting to make it so that nobody else can see this, what you can do is go to the 3 dots, click on settings, data controls, and turn off chat history and training. I'm not sure if this is in the free version as well as paid version, but I know it's in the paid version for sure. I'm not going to do that for this one because I want to be able to give you the prompts for it, and I won't be able to do that if it's not here. So I'm going to go ahead and press enter, and let's see. Okay, so it is accepting the transcript, which means that 8 minutes is not too long, so that's good. Title, supercharge your course creation with AI, leveraging ChatGPT to plan a course in less than 10 minutes. I like the title. And I will likely have to ask it to continue writing at some point because it's a LinkedIn article. Typically, it'll be a little bit longer, but we'll see. So I'm going to pause this while it's typing. Since it's on GPT-4, it's going to take a while. All right, so it came out with the article. I like most of it. There's a few things I would need to expand on, like this one. It talks about, after expressing my preference for topics 5, 6, and 2, I would probably mention here's what those topics were and then go from there. So there's definitely some expanding that I could do on each of these, but this is a much better start than me starting from scratch each time. So then I said, please analyze this article. Is it long enough? Too long? Does it have the highest probability of being opened and shared? Is there anything else that you'd add to this? The reason I'm asking this is because I'm not an expert in LinkedIn. I don't know if this is too long. I don't know what's long enough. I'm just not sure what that would look like. And that's why I'm asking it to analyze itself. And then asking also if it has the highest probability of being open and shared. So let's go ahead and find out. I want to note too, if things have changed significantly in the last 2 years, then, for example, like it says right now, the article is neither too long or too short. On LinkedIn, the ideal post length is around 500 to 1,200 words. So if things changed on LinkedIn in the last 2 years, because the last time, the current time of this recording, I'm using GPT-4, which is using data up to September 2021. And so if there's significant change in LinkedIn from September 2021 until now, that's where this might not be correct. So if I want to make sure that's correct, I could start a new chat and use the browser instead And so let's go ahead and just take a look at what it says here. Length, engagement potential, promises a solution, shareability offers practical advice. So then it's recommending visuals, which I'd agree with, real life case studies, bullet points or subheadings, links to external articles. Okay, so I like this. What I could do from here is say, I want you to recommend visuals. So after reading that, I asked it to rewrite. I said, great, please rewrite the article. This time, tell me where to put the visuals and what the visuals should be. Please put them in brackets. Visual include image of XYZ. And I put that in brackets. When you write, please also include bullet points and subheadings. And so it is rewriting, it's doing the visuals. I noticed that when I said the visuals, asked it to put in brackets, but putting it in parentheses instead, which is fine. I do see that it's expanded a little bit. I wouldn't say game-changing method just because it's overused. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I like this so far. I actually really like this a lot. So there's a few things that I would change, but most of the things that I would change are just from like a wording, brand voice kind of perspective. Like I said, I wouldn't say game changing. It took the liberty to write that. I'm just looking at what it's saying here. I'm going to go ahead and pause while it continues to write. All right, so this one is, I think, a little bit longer. I like that it has the subheadlines and tells me the visuals. I think I'd like a summary at the end also. So I'm going to say that please include a summary. I'm going to say a 1-paragraph summary at the end. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to do here? I don't think so. The next thing that I would do is either Google or just use the ChatGPT to browse and see if LinkedIn is currently still 500 to 1,500 words for LinkedIn articles, if that's what's best practice. Okay. So overall, I would copy and paste this because it's straight from my transcript. I don't feel bad copy and pasting, or I don't feel like it's out of alignment with my personal values and goals. So I would copy and paste it. I would probably make a few tweaks, like I said, the game changing thing at the beginning, and then I would just double check the 1,500 word count thing. And then I would get some article links or places to link it to as well. And I would also probably say one more thing. All right, so the last thing I'm going to do before I go to a browser chat is I'm going to add some external links that go to links of others writing about using ChatGPT to create online courses. Can you please write a message I can send them to let them know I'm citing the article and loved it and found it helpful? So my goal of this message is twofold. One, to express gratitude. Two, to hopefully build a colleague-like relationship with them. Maybe we can recommend each other in the future, but even if not, just having that colleague relationship and expressing gratitude would be great. So I'm basically asking it to write a message that I can send to people that I'm citing in this article. I would not say I hope this finds you well. Let's see. I'm going to say make it more conversational. Use my transcript for reference on how I talk, my tone. Let's see. Make it more conversational. Use this transcript for reference on how I talk and my tone. Okay, so this stopped. There was some error. So I'm going to go ahead and edit, and I'm just going to say it up here. Please use my transcript for reference on the tone of the email and voice. It should sound like me and be genuine, conversational, and relatable. Let's see. Do you need me to remind you about the transcripts? I don't think so, but I'm going to ask that just in case. And we shouldn't have an issue this time, but every once in a while it'll get stuck. If it gets stuck, I'll just refresh it. I'm going to pause while I'm waiting. All right, so I would not, again, put in the I hope this message finds you well. Let's see. I like this. I like this line a lot. Yep, I like it. Very conversational. I think this is great. I would edit a few things at the beginning, but overall, I really like it. All right, so then the last thing that I would do is use GPT for browse with Bing or just Google. I would actually probably Google on this one, only because I don't want to use my 25 messages in 3 hours for this. Let's see. I'm going to say ideal LinkedIn article length. Okay, so now it's 1,000 to that's at 223 or 2023. So 1,000 to 3,000 words. I would probably want to make it a little bit longer, but other than that, I feel pretty confident that I'd be good to go. And that is that.